Thank you too to be here. And I will talk today about a topic what is more in my heart than in the reality, because and I will start with a really heavy sentence, because in today's rapidly evolving workplace, the diversity of our teams is not just a metric. Yeah, it's a source of strength and innovation. And we navigate in the complexities of the modern work environment. We know all that. And one principle stands as a beacon in guiding our journey. When nobody gets left behind, everybody moves forward. And I hope you give me right with this sentence. I will start with some really known people. Take a moment and look at these four faces. What do all these remarkable individuals have in common? Yes, of course, they are unique perspectives. Be beyond their achievements and their impact in our world. They are all part of the neurodivergent spectrum. Yeah. So Elon Musk is the Tesla boss and the space entrepreneur. His diagnosis was published during a TV show in May 2021. Andy Warhol, he is the pop art artist, yeah, and he is one of the well-known autism people which we know. Also, Greta Thunberg, she is also autism in a special way. It's an Asperger syndrome, and she is. We all know her achievements in the world, and at least Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is well known for all because he is the man who developed the relativity theory. Yeah. So when we see in these faces, we see these are really, really strange people. Yeah, people who had impact or who has currently impact in our world. And in this reason, I would say neurodiversity is a superpower. And this is a thesis how I will start with you in this session. And before we start deeper and go deeper in this session, I will say where I am. I am Sandra. I'm a co-founder of EventPunks. EventPunks is a small company, a small agency in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And we develop games, interactive games, not only in gaming areas, also in Microsoft Mesh. And our focus is to bring learning experience on another level, because we all know PowerPoint presentations are not the perfect learning environment. So what we bring on the table or in the games is interactive learning. I'm Microsoft MVP for mixed reality because of my history with some community activities in the metaverse area. And what's the reason for this session is we, as the EventPunks team, we are really neurodiverse because we have in our small team 50% of neurodiverse people. Not only because we fostered that, it's because we need this strength of these people. Because what we have to do, we work remotely during the whole company. Our working environment offers opportunities for everyone, yeah, to learn in their own pace, in their work in their own environment, and take time off when they need it. That's really important thing for all neurodiverse people. Normally, I don't hold presentations about theoretical. Normally, I show things. I take you with me in the systems. But today it's special Please come with me on this journey and help me to bring this really important topic on the table. Before we start with the topic of Microsoft Mesh, I have to talk about the understanding of neurodiversity. What is the spectrum and what are the significance of neurodiversity people? So let's deep dive into the topic, which starts with this understanding. Neurodiversity refers to a concept that differences in brain function and behavioral traits are normal variations in the human population. The term encourages an understanding that people who are neurodivergent, yeah, it's really important, they're really strange, the word, such as those with autism, ADHD, and dyslexia, and other neurological conditions. They have unique strengths and perspective that contribute to the richness of our society. And these concepts don't focus on the problems. These concepts focus on the strengths. So now I have a first quiz and the first poll for you. It's not possible to do polls here for me because I don't know why I tried, but it doesn't work. So please, if you like, please scan the code. It's a short poll and answer the question: what percentage of the population is neurodivergent? It's 1 of 5, or 1 of 10, or 1 of 15. One of these answer is correct. So let's switch to your answers, and I hope I get some answers from you. Okay. As we can see, the first answer leads, and we give them some time for others to answer. Again, I can go back to the QR code. Before I come to the solution. Okay, the first answer leads. Yes, I would say let's come to the solution. And you are right. About 50 to 20% of the society struggles with the diagnosis of neurodivergent. That means that when we expect that in the Teams Nation, here in the Teams Nation, 10,000 attendees, then 200 of us could be neurodivergent. This isn't just about statistics. It's about recognizing the untapped potential and the diverse talents that neurodivergent individuals bring to our communities and, of course, to our workplaces. But there is a not so nice topic, and I want to spoke about that because this is really relevant, and I'm sure that you don't expect this. It's the unemployment or the employment gap of neurodiversity people. The unemployment gap in the US lies by 3.7% is the US average of unemployment. The neurodivergent people are 35%. That's a huge number, but it's not the worst. I found not many sources in Germany, but in Germany I found one source, and this source means the University of Regensburg. And the University of Regensburg says that in Germany, 85% of all neurodivergent people are unemployed. And that's really, really, yeah, how can I say that cannot be, yeah, because people with the neurodivergent spectrum are so valuable for our workplaces that we have to do some things again that. And while some tech companies like Auticon and Diversicon are beginning to recognize that value of the neurodiversity, is there still a long way to close the gap between the normal, the average, and the gap regarding all neurodiverse people. Most neurodiverse employees continue to be overlooked in diversity initiatives, underscoring their need for a systemic change and in how we recruit, hire, and support workforces. Auticon, for example, is specialized in employing IT experts on the autism spectrum, offering an inclusive environment that caters to the strengths and the needs of its autistic employees. A personal story about that. As you remember, there was the metaverse platform Allspace VR, and I was often there, and I had friends in this platform. Friends, my most important friends are two brothers. Some of you can imagine who I mean. And these brothers were completely normal in this universe of the Allspace. These both brothers are developers of worlds, of wonderful worlds. I think if you were ever in Allspace VR, you visited. I'm sure you visited one of these worlds. And later, when I asked one of these both guys about helping to develop a world for us, I found out that one of these is, both are autistic. And it was not, in the first moment, it was not understandable for me that this is true, because they were so open world, the communication was perfect, it was like normal, yeah. And later I find out why, and that's the reason for this presentation, and that's the reason why I think this is a really important topic for our workplaces. That's the topic between. Let's switch to the second part of this presentation, and this is regarding what is Microsoft Mesh. I think we have two sessions, one session in the morning, and later there's another session about the features of Microsoft Mesh. So let me give only a short abstract about what is Microsoft Mesh. Let me introduce something, and then we go to the Mesh both together. Microsoft Mesh is a revolutionizing in how we connect at workplaces. It's an immersive platform, and it allows us to interact in shared digital spaces, breaking down the barriers of distance between countries, between different places on the world, and of course, breaking down barriers between traditional communication methods. For me, it's not just a technology, it's a bridge to more inclusive and a more connected world, to bring the sentence from the first slide in reality. The key features of Microsoft Mesh are, there are more key features, but these three key features are for me the most important. Mesh offers us a standalone immersive 3D environments with avatars and an integration of immersive spaces to transform our digital interactions. Integrating Mesh in Microsoft Teams why we integrating Mesh and Microsoft Teams, we can transform any meeting into an immersive experience. This innovation allows us for a more natural and engaging interactions than in the flat Microsoft Teams. Yeah, and it makes remote meetings more emotional, more you can more feel people in the avatars, like in here in the 3D environments with all these shortcuts and without any cameras. And yes, of course, you cannot see face to face in the eyes, but you can see the other person in the avatar, and you can see and feel the other person. Yeah, these features creates a sense of presence and co-presence, and enabling us to engage in a meaningful connection and in a collaboration, regardless the physical location. And the second, for me, relevant part in this presentation is, in addition to its user-facing capabilities, which I had in the slide before, Mesh is incredibly versatile, offering both ready-to-use environments, like in the immersive spaces in Microsoft Teams, and the ability to create customized spaces. And there are no limits for the creativity, whether for onboardings, for trainings, or for team buildings. Mesh allows us to design experiences that meets our unique business needs and supports our diverse workforce. So what can you do with Microsoft Mesh? When you are in the position that you develop customized spaces, you can bring not only web content inside, you can bring physics inside. So there are wonderful example where you can put the Earth from the universe, or from the universe around the sun, and put it in everyone other place in this room. So you can explore physics. You can bring physics in your interactive worlds. You can make logics and interactions like quests. When you are a gamer, you can imagine if you have a game and the game says do this and then do that and then come back. Yeah, this is a kind of quest system, and this quest system you can involve this quest system in Microsoft Mesh, and you can create the red line through experience, and of course graphics and performance tools. You can optimize your environment for PC and also for the Quest. Yeah, and when I research about which applications or which companies have done the first steps with Microsoft Mesh, I found out that there are two companies which provide the first part of inclusion and diversity worlds. And this is the World Economic Forum and the company Takeda. It's a chemical therapeutic company. And there you find that Mesh bridges the gaps between the reality and the virtuality and fosters connections. And I will show you something about that. The World Economic Forum, in partnership with Microsoft and Accenture, developed the Global Collaboration Village, and these in Microsoft Mesh. These immersive spaces extend the forum's ability to connect not only in real, they connect with global stakeholders for collaborative problem-solving sessions on worldwide challenges. And so they overcome the geographical barriers. And as you can see, this environment is wonderful. Yeah, if you come in this environment, I saw some pictures. You come in this environment and you feel good. Yeah, you feel emotional. it's like a heartbreak, yeah, if you come inside and you can connect with people from all over the world, and it's like the feeling of all space we are in the past. But this real world application demonstrates the potential of mesh that's not only enhance collaborations, but also support the inclusive practices that benefits everyone, including neurodiverse people. And the second example, I found this wonderful video and I will play it. No, I cannot play. Give me a second now. And here you can see the Hirameki garden. It's Taketa's Hirameki garden. They created multiple environments in mesh, and one of these is the Taketa Hirameki garden, a visual representation of the company's corporate values, philosophy, where employees can immerse themselves in Taketa's cultures and business priorities. So they facilitate onboardings and promotings their sessions about Taketa. In addition, the company built a virtual museum where people can learn more about the business portfolio of Taketa. What you see here is people interact with each other. They can bring emotions on the table with these her hearts and applause. And of course, the spatial audio is here really important, because if you know, spatial audio is if you are close to each other, you can understand people, and if you are far away, then it's like in a normal room, you don't understand people so good. So if you come closer, then the voices are loud. Yeah, so that's really important also for neurodiverse people, because they can go back if they need, and they can go further if they need to communicate. Okay, that's the part of the Microsoft Mesh introduction. And if you are interested in get more information about Microsoft Mesh and the possibilities behind, I can recommend the session of Ryan and Galen today, 5 p.m. And I can invite you to the Modern Workplace Conference in Paris in end of March, where I have a session in Microsoft Mesh. And this is not a presentation. It's from zero to hero. We start with building the first avatar and end with the first steps in creating custom immersive spaces. So you are invited to come to Paris or to come at 5 p.m. here in the Teams Nation session. The next question, and this is, let's come to the point, the really important point. How can employers empower neurodiverse teams with Microsoft Mesh? And therefore, I have at first a poll for you. And I'm really curious about your answers. Do you know someone who is neurodiverse, yourself included, who has faced challenges in the workplace due to their neurodivergence? This is a question about how common is neurodivergence, and are you ready to test your knowledge and learn more about the extent? I'm really curious what you say. Please scan the QR code and let's see how many of you answered with yes or with no. And I can take a little bit to drink during that. I goes back to the QR code if you will scan and take part on this poll. I hope this yes comes not only from one answer, but as you can see here are 100%. And I can say for me, that's absolute correct. I know not only one, I know a lot of people, yeah, in the workforce. So the question is, how can we develop workplaces which are not inclusive? Because then we understand that we put people to us, yeah, with a neurodivergence spectrum. We should talk about how we can create new spaces which are for all people. And one of these possibilities is Microsoft Mesh. And I will show you why. Let's start with the problems which neurodivergent individuals facing during the daily work. The social interaction is really one of the hugest problems that they are facing. Neurodiverse individuals may have difficulty reading and responding appropriately to social cues. For example, one of the important things is eye contact. For us, it's normal. We have a look at your eyes and we can talk about, but most neurodiverse people cannot hold this eye contact. And they may be uncomfortable with that. And they may prefer to avoid it. And we have a really easy solution in Mesh. The personalized avatars. They offering an alternative to direct eye contact, and they can reduce the need for immediate visual presence in meetings, increasing comfort for people who have difficulty with direct visual interactions. You know all these typical Microsoft Teams meetings, yeah? 2 or 5 or 6 have the cameras on and all other people has the cameras off. Some of them because they are struggling with these problems here. Yeah, not all, but some of them. And if you have the camera off, then you have these 2 letters, yeah, from the surname and from the name. And often people with only the sur letters, these small icons, will forget in discussions because presence is here. And if you are present with your video, then you will you can be active in a meeting. And if you have an avatar like a Mesh, Microsoft Mesh provide, you are in the meeting and you can move, you can have reactions, and you can have different things with your hands later, but you can have reactions and your face is moving. And this is really important for people who cannot switch on the camera. The second part is the communicative differences. Communicative differences means that preferences for clear and direct communication. We all know there are people, they don't understand metaphorical or figurative language. They need a clear and on-point language or a clear and on-point communication. And if you think about how you work in the metaverse, how you communicate, for example, also in games. In games, you communicate clear, yeah? You don't talk about like, you talk clear. For example, please build this thing, yeah? Not, I would say that you build the thing and then. So if you struggle with this communication differences, Microsoft Mesh is a wonderful place because if you are inside, you have the possibility, you can share your place, the immersive spaces, the conversations can take place in shared virtual spaces without overlapping each other. And therefore, the spatial audio is really relevant. And this can facilitate social interactions for those who have this difficulty. And then we have this sensory overstimulation. Yeah, I'm one of these people. If I are in a room with a lot of people and a lot of tones, I feel overwhelmed, yeah, and it's not good for me. So I'm sure I'm a little bit neurodiverse because of my oversensitives. But you can, if you have an immersive space, then or you have a virtual environment with in an immersive space, you can make it possible to better control these sensitives by allowing users to customize or develop their own environments to avoid overstimulation. And you can go further. So what I have here in the picture, it's a clear room. It's not overstimulation. It's really simple. There are no one what can bring me in my hypersensitivity. Yeah, so that's really good. And at the end, we all know these children who are struggling with ADHD. We all know also adults who are struggling with this. And for these people, the solution is that you can customize and control interaction in spaces, in virtual spaces. You can focus more on that what's really important, because all other areas in a space you can skip, and you can set a focus on special of this and not all others. If you have in a conference room in real life, yeah, the ability to adjust the density and the dynamics of these interactions in virtual meetings or workspaces, these can help to avoid this overstimulation while encouraging the participation and the collaboration. This was the focus on the problems. But as we said at the beginning, there are not only problems, there are only strengths. And now you can help me with the last poll for this presentation. What do you think? What strengths and abilities do neurodiverse individuals have? It's really not an easy question, because if you are not comfortable or not, if you are not known with Microsoft Mesh or immersive spaces, then it can be a little bit struggling with this question. But let's try. I give you some seconds to answer, and then we can go further with the presentation. So, but I'm really curious if you have some answers for me. Yeah, it's not easy. Okay, I will get back to the QR code. Let me. Wow, it's warm here. Okay, I will switch to the result, and I'm really curious about if you find out something. Oh, perfect. Knowledge, deepness, attention to details, uniqueness, perfect. You are close to what I bring in the next slides. Let's talk about that. I can switch back if you have other ideas. I can switch back later. Later is really strange because we have only 6 minutes left. So let's talk about what can Mesh offers for the strengths. Which unique strengths have neurodivergent individuals? They have the ability to notice details that others might overlook, and and can be crucial in roles requiring precision. such, for example, as data analytics, editing, or software development. So what can Mesh offer here? If you think about a possibility that you can create custom immersive spaces, there are a wide field where such people can bring their strengths in the development of such spaces, because they have another view on how you create immersive spaces, how you create things which should be for all people. Yeah, so that's really a good place to bring talents together where no talents are in the workspace. Another one is innovative thinking or creative thinking. Let's say creative thinking. It's the unique thought processes of neurodiverse people. They can lead to innovative solutions and creative approaches to problem solving, especially in valuable fields like design, marketing, and strategic planning. And why? Because of they don't think in schemes like we, like normal people. We have schemes, we have experiences. They think more out of the box. And this out of the box thinking is really important to develop the best solutions. So custom immersive space creation, for example, Mesh allows for the creation of unique virtual spaces and give creative thinkers the freedom to design innovative solutions and innovative work environments. Here you will see a part of the World Economic Forum. Yeah, and you can see there are more than a space or a sky map in the background. You can see different details which are not which you are not find in normal business worlds. Yeah? So that's one of the part where the innovative thinking can be really valuable. Then we have this problem with intensive concentration. The capacity for deep focus allows neurodiverse individuals to excel in tasks that require sustained attention. And these concentration makes them exceptionally productive in roles that match in their interest areas. This intense concentration can be a significant asset, yeah, in research, in writing, and in complex problem-solving tasks. And if you can create personalized and distraction-free workspaces in Microsoft Mesh, then you provide the capability to design personal workspaces that minimize these distractions. Neurodiverse employees who require intense concentration can benefit from such tailored environments, and so they can hold their focus. And last but not least, systematic thinking. In technology and science, systematic approaches to understanding and organizing information can lead to significant advancements. And neurodiverse individuals often excel in these areas, contributing valuable insights and innovations that benefits in the technology development and in the scientific research. If you provide structured collaboration tools and workflows by using Mesh, you can systematic facilitate structured collaboration and information in organizations. These structured collaboration tools can help neurodiverse individuals to work more efficiently and bring their skills into the teamwork. Yeah, I know it's abstract, but if you are in mesh, if you are inside in mesh, then you can feel these strengths. You can feel if you know the work of or the strengths of neurodiverse people, and you know the on the other side the possibilities which you have with mesh, then you understand me. So it's really difficult to explain both, yeah. But I hope I can give you a little bit insights what I experienced in the last weeks and months. So at the end of my presentation, I will give you a short wrap up. Yeah. Because what's next? What can you do and what can we do? As we look towards to the future, it's clear that technology like Microsoft Mesh will play an important role in building inclusive workspaces. I hope I could bring this with the presentation on the table. Now it's up to us to embrace these tools, to create these environments where everyone, regardless of their neurological differences or normals, can thrive. Really important for follow up these is to commit through building a supportive community, not only for neurodiverse people, also for us together, yeah, because it cannot work for each part alone, because we are all normal. Yeah, that's really important to see. We have strengths, we have problems. One of these problems are regarding our neurodiversity, one of these problems regarding our personal situation, but we have both problems and strengths. And each of you has a role to play this transformation, this transformative journey. It starts only with a single step. Whether advocating for inclusive technologies, implementing and supportive practices, or simply fostering an inclusive culture within your tenants or within your teams. Together, we can create this world. And that's my last sentence. Let's make inclusion more than just a goal. Let's make it our reality. And so I come to the end of my presentation with 3 minutes over, and I will ask you for feedback, and I will ask you for follow up the next session and share your experiences and your love with the Teams Nation hashtag. Thank you very much.